Welcome to the Ultimate Financial Fine-Tuning Guide. If you are already a high saver, this video will help you shift from accumulation to optimization. We will cover emergency funds, tax efficiency strategies like HSAs and the Mega Backdoor Roth, goal definition, allocation frameworks, and why most high savers should avoid annuities. Let's begin. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll solidify your safety net. Next, we'll explore tax efficiency with HSAs and the Mega Backdoor Roth. Then, we'll define concrete goals and timelines. After that, we'll address the truth about annuities. We'll reinforce concepts with diagrams, finish with a practical action plan, and test your understanding with quick quizzes. Let's transition to an important disclaimer before we dive in. This content is for educational purposes only. It is not financial, tax, or legal advice. Your situation is unique. Please consult a qualified professional. Tax rules, contribution limits, and plan features change over time. Verify current IRS guidance and your plan documents. With that clarity, let's transition into building your financial security. Security comes first. Target at least 6 months of essential expenses in safe, liquid accounts. High-yield savings accounts and short-term Treasury bills are ideal. Do not rely on your investment portfolio for emergencies, because market downturns often occur when job risk is also elevated. Automate contributions to your emergency fund and reassess your target quarterly as your expenses change. Now that the foundation is set, let's transition to tax optimization. Use a structured order of operations. First, fully fund your emergency reserve. Next, capture the full employer match in your 401k. Then, if eligible, maximize your health savings account for its unique tax benefits. After that, use IRA space if allowed. If your plan supports after-tax 401k contributions plus in-plan Roth conversion, pursue the Mega Backdoor Roth to move significant additional money into Roth. Finally, allocate the remainder to a low-cost taxable brokerage. Let's now zoom into the tax tools themselves. The Health Savings Account offers triple tax advantages. Contributions can be deductible, growth is untaxed, and qualified medical withdrawals are tax-free. Many high savers invest their HSA funds and save receipts to reimburse in the future, effectively turning the HSA into a stealth retirement vehicle. The Mega Backdoor Roth uses after-tax 401k contributions and in-plan Roth conversions, if your plan supports it, to create substantial additional Roth space where growth is tax-free. Verify your plan's features and current IRS limits before executing. Next, let's define your future so you can allocate correctly. This table summarizes the order and rationale. Emergency fund comes first for liquidity. Next is the 401k match, because it's effectively free money. Then the HSA for triple tax benefits. After that, IRA space for additional tax-advantaged growth. If available, the Mega Backdoor Roth significantly increases Roth space. Finally, use a taxable brokerage for flexible investing. With accounts prioritized, let's set your goals and timelines. Define specific milestones like a home purchase or a sabbatical. Assign timelines across short, mid, and long term. Match each goal to the appropriate investment vehicle. Shorter timelines require safer assets, while long-term goals can take on more equity exposure. Draft a simple investment policy statement per goal to pre-commit to your allocation and reduce emotional decision-making. Review and rebalance quarterly. Now, let's visualize your next decade on a timeline. This timeline maps the first decade of optimization. In the first year, complete your emergency fund and capture the 401k match immediately. In years 1 to 2, maximize the HSA and begin IRA contributions. In years 2 to 3, initiate the Mega Backdoor Roth if your plan supports it. Years 3 to 5, focus on a home down payment in safer instruments like T-bills. Years 5 to 7, emphasize growing the taxable brokerage. Years 7 to 10, refine the glide path toward early retirement while maintaining quarterly reviews and annual tax management. Next, let's address the annuity debate head-on. For many high savers focused on growth, annuities can be expensive, illiquid, and underperform relative to diversified index funds. Fees and surrender charges reduce net returns, and product complexity can hide risks. By contrast, broad index funds are typically low-cost, transparent, and liquid, making them suitable building blocks for long-term portfolios. However, there are exceptions. Certain low-cost annuities or income-oriented products might serve specific needs like guaranteed lifetime income. Evaluate fees, liquidity, and your goals, and consult a fiduciary advisor. Now, let's visualize a sample allocation. This pie chart illustrates one example for a high saver already past the early accumulation stage. 10% held as an emergency fund, 5% focused on HSA investments, 50% across 401k and Mega Backdoor Roth contributions, 10% in IRA, and 25% in taxable brokerage for flexibility. This is not a prescription. Adjust based on your goals, risk tolerance, and time horizons. Next, let's convert everything into a concrete checklist you can follow. Here is your optimization checklist. Maintain a robust emergency fund. Capture the full 401k employer match. If eligible, maximize your HSA and invest it. Use IRA space where allowed. Confirm whether your plan supports after-tax 401k contributions with in-plan Roth conversion to execute the Mega Backdoor Roth. Direct surplus to a low-cost taxable brokerage with diversified index funds. Write down your goals and timelines with a simple policy statement for each. Rebalance quarterly and review tax considerations annually. Before we test your understanding, let's outline a step-by-step action plan. This 90-day action plan turns concepts into execution. Calculate your 6-month essential expenses and set up a high-yield savings account or a Treasury bill ladder. Confirm your 401k match and enable auto-increase features. Verify HSA eligibility. Open the account and choose low-cost index funds. Maximize your IRA if you are eligible and select a diversified portfolio. Check with your plan about after-tax 401k contributions and in-plan Roth conversions to implement the Mega Backdoor Roth. Write down goals and timelines and formalize a rebalancing policy. Schedule quarterly reviews and an annual tax review. Now, let's take a quick quiz. Question: where should a high saver keep their emergency fund, and roughly how much should it cover? Options: A. In a brokerage account with 1 to 2 months of expenses. B. In a high-yield savings account or short-term Treasury bills with 6 or more months of essential expenses. C. In long-term bond funds with 12 months of all expenses. D. In crypto with 3 months of essential expenses. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Emergency funds belong in high-yield savings accounts or short-term treasuries, covering at least 6 months of essential expenses. This prioritizes safety and liquidity over return. Let's continue with a second quiz about tax efficiency. Question: what is the primary advantage of the Mega Backdoor Roth for high savers? Options: A. It increases taxable dividends today. B. It allows substantial additional contributions to Roth for tax-free growth. C. It locks money with high surrender charges. D. It replaces the need for an HSA. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. The Mega Backdoor Roth allows substantial additional contributions to Roth accounts, which can compound tax-free over the long term, assuming current rules. It does not increase current taxable dividends, it does not impose surrender charges, and it does not replace an HSA, which serves a different purpose. Next, let's reinforce the key points. These are the most important ideas. Build a robust emergency fund. Use the HSA and, if possible, the Mega Backdoor Roth to improve after-tax results. Define timelines and match assets accordingly. Be wary of annuities if you are a growth-focused high saver, and automate contributions, rebalance, and review regularly. To deepen understanding, let's examine a sequence diagram of cash flow routing. This sequence diagram shows how each paycheck is routed. Essentials are paid automatically. Direct a portion to your emergency fund until it reaches at least 6 months. Contribute to your 401k to capture the full employer match. If eligible, route money to your HSA. Contribute to your IRA as allowed. If your plan supports it, add after-tax 401k contributions with in-plan Roth conversion for the Mega Backdoor Roth. Finally, send any remaining funds to your taxable brokerage. If the emergency fund is used, refill it from taxable. Now let's summarize the entire strategy. In summary, secure your emergency fund before anything else. Then, move through a disciplined order. employer match, HSA, IRA, Mega Backdoor Roth if available, and finally, taxable brokerage. Set explicit goals with clear timelines and align your asset choices to those horizons. Favor low-cost, diversified index funds and be cautious with annuities, which often carry high fees and limited liquidity. Automate everything you can, rebalance regularly, and review quarterly and annually. Finally, let's close with a quick thank you and a call to action. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell us in the comments which optimization you will implement this quarter and what questions you want covered next. See you in the next video.